Hello there, good people. It's Patricia here. And guess what? We are officially at day 5 of the Harvest Time Challenge. Can you believe it? First of all, give yourself a pat on the back for making it this far. I am super excited for you to be completing this challenge this week and all of the goodness that will come as a result of it. So kudos to you for for being persistent and staying with it so that you can see some great returns for yourself in the coming months and in the new year. So what are we talking about here on day 5? Day 5, it's about dreaming. We've got to keep that dream alive. This is that time of the year where we go back and when we're looking over things, people like to beat themselves up and, have that shame and guilt about what didn't get done. Guess what? We've been living through a pandemic here in 2021. I think we all deserve a little grace. And that said, what are the dreams that you let go of because something came up over the course of the year? Life got in the way, finances took a nosedive unexpectedly, or someone became ill. And so you put some things to the back burner. What were those things? Those are the things I want you to focus on, and I want you to write down. Again, remember, we're writing this all down. And I want you to say, what is it that I can do with this thing? What's new and fresh that I can do with it? So that I can know that I will be consistent in taking at least one step towards bringing it to fruition in the coming year. What is it? So you're going to write that thing down, and then you're going to ask yourself that question. What one step can I take very quickly in order to get moving in the right direction on that? It's so important for us to take this time to do the reset, to do the review, because guess what? It's actually healthy. There are some things we may be holding on to as saying, this is something I really want to do. And you're looking back now and you're like, this is no longer on my list of priorities. And guess what? It's okay. You get to make that decision. So I want you to actively, not passively, make those decisions, make those things aware so that you can actively say, I choose not to do this anymore because I want to make way for something new. And that is what the dreaming part is all about. Okay? This is where we start planting new seeds that we can harvest for next year and making sure that you do the follow-up that's necessary, which means putting it down, scheduling things out, put it in your calendar, make quarterly or monthly reminders, whatever it takes so that you can do the work and you can make this come alive in the coming year. So I want you to breathe deep and really give some thought to what is that thing that I know I really want to get done next year that I wasn't able to pull off this year, and that I need to, touch bases with people in my network. I need to reconsider some activities that that may support it, or maybe those things that will take away from it. What are those things? That's what we're going to be doing today with this dreaming day of day 5. So a couple examples. I've already mentioned that one of the things, or a couple of things that I wasn't able to get done for myself this year was getting that podcast launched and or that book. But I have bits and pieces of it, right? And so this week I really was like in preparation for this challenge and so that I could be walking truthfully and honestly with you about how I'm approaching things, I realized that I knew I could get this done, but I was overthinking it. And when I looked back at some of my previous work and things that I had done, I already have the format for the podcast written out. I've already printed out. I know exactly how I'm going to approach it, and I already know who I'm going to start approaching in order to participate in it. And I am excited about this and what work I can get done to put this in place before the end of this year so that I'm all ready to go for next year. Super excited about that. And I'm looking forward to the scheduled time that I'm going to take in December to step away from maybe some of my coffee chats so that I can spend more time getting some writing in preparation for getting the book and the journal, the networking journal, launched in 2022, as I have been wanting to do for some time now. This is what happens when you take that time to reflect, not just on what it is you want to do, but how you're going to get it done. You may not have all of the answers. I don't have all the answers on how all of this is going to play out. But as you heard, I was able to identify the first couple of steps and acknowledge those things that I can do to help move the process forward. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to think about those things. I don't want you to focus in on the negativity, because there's always going to be some off thing. There's always going to be something that's not quite right that's going to feed into, something not happening the way you want it to. It's okay. Don't let that impact the dream long term. Don't let that impact things in a negative fashion for too long, right? Brush yourself off, get back up, get back to your journaling time, your reflection time, and think about, what can I do so that I can pave the way and plant some seeds that will grow a great harvest for me for next year. I cannot wait to hear what some of those dreams are for you in this coming year. Please be sure to share them with me. And thank you so much for joining with me this week with the Harvest Time Challenge. I look forward to hearing about all of the great things that have come as a result of you sharing with me this week. Take care, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.